In most cases, a narcissist doesn't easily let go of their victim or abandon them. They will do everything in their power to maintain control over the situation and their victim. It's never expected from a narcissist to leave their victim, no matter how long they've been separated from them. Narcissists use various methods and tactics, which can be unexpected and cause significant confusion for their victims when they employ these strategies to regain control. In this episode, I'll talk about the unusual methods that narcissists might use to achieve this goal. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you find it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions regarding the channel, please share them in the comments. If you've been a victim of a narcissistic relationship, you probably won't be surprised by what I'm going to tell you today because you've likely experienced it. Specifically, the narcissist tends to use this approach after neglecting and leaving you following a strong connection that left you deeply attached. This is a significant factor that makes the relationship difficult for the victim. You might find yourself one day receiving a message from the narcissist on your phone, saying something like, "You contacted me," or "You talked about me with someone." These messages are meant to provoke or make you want to respond. The narcissist tries to make you doubt yourself or question your actions, such as wondering if you did something wrong and how you should respond. Keep in mind that there has been little to no contact between you and the narcissist, and the relationship is essentially severed. So, how are you supposed to call or talk about them? The whole purpose of these messages is to provoke a reaction from you and make you feel the need to respond so that he can continue his attempts to regain control over you. Once you fall into the trap and respond to him, denying what happened, you'll likely face more questions, such as what you've been up to or what's been going on in your life. Don't be surprised when, after giving him the chance to talk to you, he starts blaming you for what happened in the relationship, suggesting that you should have done or said certain things differently. You're still not sure what caused the separation or its true reasons, while he's playing with your old attachments and emotions. The moment you find him talking in this manner, unfortunately, you might end up going back to him and allowing him back into your life. The next tactic that the narcissist will use when pretending to care about you is as follows. You will find the narcissist sending you messages expressing concern for your well-being. They may act extremely interested in you, ask if you're missing anything, inquire about your health, or even ask about your children if you have them, even though there has been a long period of separation and he never showed any concern for them before. The way he communicates with you will involve him adopting the role of a caring father or a loving partner who still deeply loves and cares about you. You'll receive messages from him saying how much he misses you or that he loves you madly and just wants to see you once. You might also receive messages like, "I'm sorry," or "I didn't mean what happened, it was a misunderstanding," or he might claim that his love for you made him act that way. In this moment, the victim's feelings are incredibly complex, involving anger, frustration, and profound sadness, especially if the narcissist has moved on with someone else or found someone he values more than you. Keep in mind that this is one of the most challenging moments for you because the emotions you're experiencing can weaken you significantly, and this is precisely what he needs in order to re-enter your life. At the same time, he convinces you that what happened was your fault, not his, and that you are the one who made him re-engage in the relationship, or that he needed someone in his life, and you're the one he wants. This is the narrative the narcissist will craft for you. You'll find the narcissist's communication with you to be very structured and organized because he has studied your personality extensively and knows how to manipulate your thoughts effectively. You must understand that all of the narcissist's displays of emotion are fake and deceptive, as emotions are a sign of weakness to him. You need to ask yourself a critical question: if the emotions he's displaying now are genuine, why didn't you notice them during the relationship? This is because the narcissist can never reveal his true emotions to you, as emotions are a sign of vulnerability to him. If you have children with the narcissist and you've resisted his attempts to regain control over you, he may resort to a surprising tactic. You might find that the narcissist starts showing you emotions you've never seen from him before, even during the relationship. Unfortunately, due to your deep internal attachment to him, you may find it challenging to resist this form of emotional manipulation. When you're in this state, the narcissist can easily draw you back into the relationship without any effort on your part, because he exposes you to emotions you've never encountered before, making it extremely difficult for you to resist him. Remember that the narcissist can never show you his true feelings, as he considers emotions a sign of weakness. So, if he's displaying these emotions now, they are all a facade, a lie, and a manipulation. If what he's saying was true, why didn't you see it when you were together? Everything he does at this point is not genuine, it's all deception and manipulation. If the tactics we've discussed haven't yielded results for the narcissist, or if your resistance has been strong, he may resort to pretending to be in a difficult situation by having someone else send you a message, informing you of a problem or emergency, to ensure its impact on you. For instance, you may receive a message from someone else telling you that the narcissist is in a critical condition or very ill. Additionally, it's possible that the message could come directly from him, where he tells you that he's been in a specific accident or that he's not getting better and needs you or your assistance. There's no doubt that any normal person receiving such a message would feel concern and, due to your empathy, you might genuinely worry about him and try to help. Unfortunately, what we're talking about here is not a normal situation because these emotions and your empathy are being used against you by a manipulative narcissist. Please, try to distinguish between normal relationships where we shouldn't let go of our emotions and attachments, regardless of any differences between us, and relationships with narcissistic individuals who manipulate and mistreat us. Their sole purpose has always been to destroy our lives. Sadly, narcissists exploit your emotions and kindness to achieve their goals without any remorse because they know your vulnerabilities well and are skilled at exploiting them. Keep in mind that if this tactic doesn't yield results with you or if your resistance is strong, the narcissist may resort to something more extreme. He might start threatening to harm himself or commit suicide if you don't allow him to talk to you or meet with you. This is exactly what he needs, just an opportunity for you to listen to him. He knows very well how to play with you and convince you, as this is one of his most cunning tactics. During this time, it's incredibly difficult for you, and you should have someone with you or by your side to help you deal with this situation properly, such as a therapist or a supportive individual. I want to emphasize that you are not responsible for preventing someone from taking certain actions related to themselves, as it is not your responsibility at all. Their life is their own responsibility, not yours. You should prioritize your own interests, the well-being of your children, and your own life. Lastly, the narcissist might promise you that he will change and become a different person. He may send you messages with evidence that he has genuinely transformed, that he has abandoned everyone for your sake, and describe how he is willing to do anything to have you back in his life. This kind of talk can indeed yield results if it happens at the beginning of a relationship or after the first breakup, but if it has happened repeatedly and he hasn't changed, you should understand and recognize the pattern. In conclusion, I want to stress that a narcissist cannot change, no matter what happens, because he lacks the awareness that he has done something wrong or that there is something within him that needs to change.